Okay, I noticed that I have some PDFs that I've uploaded here into my course that have this ally indicator that they're not compliant, they're not accessible. So I'm going to go ahead and click one of these and find out why. Now, if it's a PDF, it's very often going to be the same thing, and that is that it is not tagged. So what this means, if I click that, ally will tell me, and basically it's going to say that in this kind of a document that was created in Word and then saved as a PDF, no one set up headings in those, so the headings will indicate basically on the side, basically a little index as a PDF, which means if you have a reader, you don't have to read through the whole document to basically see the headings. A sighted person can glance down there and see the headings and say, oh, all I want in here is initial setup. So they would just be able to go down there and read that. A person who's using a reader wouldn't have that ability unless these were set up as a little mini index. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to download this PDF. I will open up a Word version of it if I have one, or I can cut and paste it into a Word document to make it work like that. And then I'm going to add headings, and I'll show you how to do that right now. I'm going to go back to the Word document that I made it. Now this, it turns out, is the font that I want to use, which is the sans serif font. Basically, with the serif makes it harder for a reader sometimes to interpret it, and I'm going to choose that. And this happens to be Century Gothic 12. I can come up here and I can tell this heading, I can right click it and I can say update heading to match this selection. So now every time you use heading 1, it's going to be that font. Now this is just a little bit smaller and it's a Century Gothic 11. I'm going to say this is heading 2. Once again, I'll click that. I'll say update heading 2 to match selection. So now if I go, it does take me a moment, I'll go down here and I say I'd like this to be heading 2, please. And now while the font may or may not already be the correct font, I have to indicate that this is a heading. Okay, so now I have a third one. Now this has a slight italicized look to it, and a reader's not going to know that it's italicized or not. So sometimes we want to even avoid that. But in this case, I'll just call this heading 3. So my italicized version there, I'm going to right click that. I'm going to say update heading 3 to match the selection. So now I'll come through and grab all these. This will just take me a minute. That's heading 3. This is heading 3. Okay, I'll save this document as a Word document first. And now I'm going to save it as a PDF. And I'm just going to come over here and I'm going to save it as a PDF. And now when this opens up, I'm going to take a moment and I'm going to say that I would like to look at options. And I already have this set up correctly, but sometimes it won't be if I have to hit create bookmarks, convert Word headings to bookmarks, okay, which is fine. We're here and I just click right here where it basically are the bookmarks, but a reader is going to see these as basically a little index. So there they are. And within the PDF, clearly I can just click and it's going to go to that. But with a reader, they'll just be able to select that and it'll go to that part of the document. All right, now I have uploaded that and I moved it right up here to where the other one is, and you can see that this one is passing and this one that was there previously does not. So those are the steps to going in and creating an accessible PDF, is just basically setting up that little index.